On today's episode of the Cryptoverse Market Roundup, everything in the top 30 is up. $13 billion of value, that's billion dollars of value, has come rushing back into the crypto economy, and we have a newcomer from a recent ICO jumping in at 31st place on CoinMarketCap. All of that and some chart reading coming up on today's episode of the Cryptoverse Market Roundup. Stay right there. Hi there guys, this is Chris Coinigy speaking and welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse Market Roundup. This is your regular dose of price movements and analysis on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. I am also the founder of Cryptoversity.com, the online school where you can learn about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. Find out more about that at Cryptoversity.com. And today's episode of the Market Roundup, as ever, is brought to you by Coinigy, the charting software that can take your trading to the next level and allow you to trade directly from the charts. You'll see exactly what this is in just a moment because it's the charting software that I use to analyze cryptocurrency price movements. Check the link in the video description to sign up for Coinigy. And you can copy my analysis if you like. So let's begin the day before we go into the chart reading with the market roundup. And this of course comes to us courtesy of coinmarketcap.com. Now then, I've got a few observations today. The total market cap, which is one of my favorite numbers. So here, right up at the top, total market cap of the whole Cryptoverse returns to $106 billion. That is up from $93 billion that it fell to during the recent crash. So that's $13 billion that stepped out of the crypto economy for a second there for a couple of days and is now coming rushing back in. Now, Ethereum is up almost 14%. There it is right there. This is according to CoinMarketCap, but of course we will look at the chart in just a moment. Now it's a good attempt from Ethereum, but it gets easily beaten by AntShares in terms of winning the biggest winner award. So there's AntShares right there, completely destroying Ethereum. AntShares is now up to $9.21 according to CoinMarketCap, after gaining 32.6%. So that's significantly more of a jump than Ethereum. Now for the biggest loser, we have to go all the way down to 40th place, right down here, to find Tether. You know, I said everything was up in the top 30. Well, everything is up in the top 40, but I couldn't say that because Tether is down 0.1%. So it wouldn't be 100% accurate if I said everything in the top 40 was up, but it's down 0.1%, and Tether is designed not to fluctuate much anyway, so it's not really much of an indictment at all. Now I did say that we had a newcomer, and it is Status. Status did their ICO. It was big news because they raised an absolute fortune, and it was one of those ICOs that completely jammed the Ethereum network. So Status is just appearing for the first time here, jumping in at 31st place with a market cap of 211 million. So I've lost it. Where is it? Status, yeah, right there. So $211 million market cap, 6 cents is the price it's listed at on CoinMarketCap. And of course, there's no reading in terms of the price movement yet because we have no historical data. However, $22.5 million worth of SNT was traded in the last 24 hours alone. So you'd expect that, to be honest. That is quite normal. A new token being listed, you'd expect the traders to get in there and start trading it backwards and forwards to try and flip their tokens that they bought in the crowd sale. It's a typical strategy, right? People are not particularly interested in the project, just a professional ICO flippers. So they invest in ICOs just in an effort to get the tokens as cheap as possible. So as soon as they go onto the exchanges, they sell them immediately for a fast profit. And that's just their business. Some people just do that for a living. And that's fine. That's the free market for you. Okay, that's all I've got in terms of the market roundup today. Let's move on to the chart reading. So we do Bitcoin, we do Ethereum, and we do Litecoin, and we use Coinigy for this. So I'm going to continue to use Firefox for my Coinigy analysis because it's working quite well. I'm still having a few bugs with running Coinigy on Google Chrome. Thank you to you guys yesterday that said yes, Google Chrome had done an update and that might be affecting the smoothness by which Coinigy is working on my browser. So I'm not quite sure why that is, but it doesn't really matter. It works on Firefox just fine. So let us begin here with Bitcoin trading against the US dollar. So a bit flat the last couple of days, as you can see here. The price is actually stuck right on the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement line, which also coincides with a price of $2,500, which I call a psychologically significant number. Now there's a clash between two sort of red lines here. You can see they're very close together. One of them is where Coinigy is drawing the current price line at 2508, and the other red line just happens to be the Fibonacci retracement line, which is drawn in red. So you see how Coinigy colors the different levels. It's just unfortunate that the 23.6% mark, which is actually at a price of 2503 and 90 cents, it's right next to each other. So it looks like a thick red line, but it's actually two lines drawn on top of each other. So that's probably why it's interacting so much at that level. But like I've been saying for the last few days, we're almost at the end of this pennant pattern that I drew a few days ago, probably the beginning of the week or something. So here we are, I was saying we're going to get a pinch towards the end of it. We're almost there. So I'm expecting a breakout to the upside when we reach the end of this. That could happen tomorrow, but if it doesn't, it's slightly less likely to happen on a weekend day, purely because there's a reduced volume on the weekend, and the confidence in a breakout typically needs good volume, because once a breakout happens, you get people jumping on the bandwagon either up or down. So in low volume, the probability of breakouts happening are lower. They'll just, in low volume, the price will just tend to bounce off of resistance or support lines. So there we go. We need volume to punch through. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it may squeeze a bit further than the weekend and have to wait till Monday, but we shall see. Trading does happen on the crypto markets on the weekend, but it is lower. Okay, that's all I've got to say about Bitcoin for today. Next, we shall move on to Ethereum trading against the US dollar. Back to Coinigy we go. Interesting stuff on Ethereum. So Ethereum has been making its recovery. Despite that, though, you can see today Ethereum is stuck under this descending trend line that I've drawn. So let me put the chart somewhere where it doesn't clash with my little video window. So here's my descending trend line. This was my ascending trend line that was creating this other pennant pattern. Ethereum broke down below it, and then it's now come back up and hitting it again. So that descending resistance line is continuing to hold. Now, if that continues, right, I can see a price squeeze coming on Ethereum, and it will be between that descending trend line and the 50% Fibonacci retracement line that we spoke about yesterday, which is giving good support. So on here, again, I've drawn the Fibonacci retracement lines using the Coinigy tool. And in this case, if we just moved slightly to the left, just here, you'll see the 50% Fibonacci retracement line is at a price of $248. Then looking at, what's that? If it's Monday and Tuesday, I think that is. So we've got those two bodies of the candles resting on that line, the tails dangling below, but the price couldn't hold below that. So if we continue this 248 price along, this is where the bottom of this squeeze would come. And then this descending trend line is also going to squeeze it. So this is where I see this is where the future candles are going to appear. And then something is going to have to give when we get to the end of that, right? So that's when we get to the pinch. Something has got to give. The other thing I've taken into account here is that red line, if you're not a regular viewer of the market roundup, that is my 50-day exponential moving average. So that's coming along also to act as support, which makes it more likely that it's the descending trend line that will break. So in terms of will the price go below this level here, the green line, the 50% Fibonacci retracement line, $248, that's one line of support, but also this moving average also tends to act as support as well. It did in this case. It prevented the price going down below that 50% line. And then as this exponential moving average comes up here, there's going to be 2 lines of support and then only 1 line of resistance. You see what I mean? That's why I'm saying that this descending trend line, in my opinion, is more likely to break and go up than go down. So that's my analysis of Ethereum for today. Do with that analysis what you will. Let us finish off the chart reading by going on to Litecoin. So Litecoin trading against the US dollar. All these price feeds come from Bitfinex, by the way, just for the sake of consistency. So here's my Coinigy chart on Litecoin. Let's see what we've got. Yesterday, what I said I wanted to see was the price breaking back up above $40. That's exactly what's happened today. So I'm quite pleased by that. So as you'll see, yesterday it actually did break up above $40 and then the day finished above it. And today we've stayed above it. And the low of the day is actually resting on that level. Right now, as you can see here, $40.21 is the current trading price on Bitfinex, literally as we speak. So we ended up bouncing off the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement line, which is at a price of $32.45. And we've also now broken above the 23.6% line, which is right in line with $40. So this is what I mean down here. This, if we scroll backwards, we might have to zoom out a bit because the Fibonacci retracement lines are based on a much wider range of data here. So this yellow line right there, that's the 38.2% Fib line. It's at $32.45. And then when we zoom back in, we can see this long tail is where it bounced, and then we've continued to go up above that. And again, there's a very faint red line showing where the current price is at $40.22, but then there's another thin red line there, which is the 23.6% Fib line, which we've also broken, in addition to this yellow line that I drew at $40. So we've broken through all of that, and now it's looking like it's coming down to retest it once again. And I'm expecting this to hold as support now, as it's broken up above it. Usually get a turnaround and a test. If that holds, that's now valid support, in my opinion. So yes, it doesn't matter that the fact that there was $40 and the Fib line as resistance because it's broken them. The only final thing we need is confirmation, and confirmation means today it will try and go below that, sit on it and act as support, and that to me is good enough. Final points on this is that if we zoom out, even this recent price correction in Litecoin, it's still set a higher high and a higher low in the most recent cycle. So Litecoin didn't break its uptrend. It's still a perfect uptrend, right? Because there was it's still congruent, right? That's the previous low. This is a higher low. That's the previous high. That's the most recent high. You know what I mean? So I'm taking it from here as the uptrend. And actually this longer term trend line continues as well. So that's also good news. So now we're above $40. Next stop, $50 for Litecoin. Cool. So I'll hope you will sign up for a Coinigy account using my link in the video description and follow along with my analysis. It's just $20 a month, and you can also pay them with Bitcoin. So that's all I got for you today in terms of the market roundup and the chart reading. Thank you very much for joining me. If you liked this episode, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Please leave me a comment below with some feedback and get subscribed. And also, please support the Cryptoverse and help me to boost cryptocurrency adoption by going to cryptoversity.com/podcast and becoming a patron. Or you can send me a tip with PayPal or any cryptocurrency using the coin payments link in the video description. Or you can buy yourself an online course if you just want to spend a one-off amount of money and actually get some online learning for it. And finally, and probably the best way to support me, is to click on the affiliate program link in the footer of the website. Spend 10 seconds signing up as an affiliate. That will get you a referral link, which you can give to friends, your family, colleagues, share it on social media. And if they click your referral link and buy something from Cryptoversity, you'll get 25% commission paid to you in Bitcoin or Litecoin. They'll get an education in Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchains. You'll earn some money and you'll support me at the same time. So really that is the triple win right there. All right, that's all for me today, guys. I will be back tomorrow with another episode of the Market Roundup. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.